All right, I'm just going to let it go live. Fuck it. Well, I'm not talking about anything else. Let me just really quick say, hey, everybody, if you're listening to this, this is brought to you by our patrons, like Ahego Comics, Qua, Drago66, and Nestor Flores. If you like what we do and want us to do some more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies. And we really appreciate the support. Now that that's out of the way, we're
thank you.
doing Mages of War, and we're in the pregame chatter, the organic table talk.
I bought like so many spells.
Well, yeah, you just now before we turned the mics on, I reminded you that, by the way, you're going to be doing another night mission. Technically, it's still pre-dawn, and you were like, "Fuck, can I buy night vision?" Oh, I can buy night vision.
So I bought fucking night vision, and I have ether sense, which I think is also pretty freaking useful.
Yeah, there's a reason why ether sense is the start of that tree and cheap.
Yeah, I was looking back through my drawings of all the magical trees, and it was all like, okay, this one is very simple. This one is like 2 straight lines down. Because I know there's at least 2 magical trees that are like that.
Oh, that's right. I get a plus 22 athletics to climb metal surfaces just because I have magnetism.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no roll. It's just all like...
Basically, any penalty you get for climbing without tools is gone, and also most of the time you get a bonus because, hey, you just stick to metal surfaces. Magic Man.
I have spider walk.
Oh, you can just literally do it. Like, I cast this on me. Fuck walls.
And ceilings. Spiderwalk is great. I'm glad that you guys are trying new stuff with your magic talents. Last time I think you mostly went into big booms.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire. That was fire and wood for me. I think I touched barely into anything else. Now it's so okay. Just like all these support spells.
Yeah, I'm for my main elemental spell, I'm gonna just stick with metal, but I'm definitely gonna branch out with like the non-elemental trees.
Because we also talked about that. It was funny enough. You were thinking, "Oh man, maybe I should branch out to sensory anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, doesn't sensory have telepathy?" And you're like, "Oh, yep, yeah, no, there it is. Requires night vision."
Yeah, and now I'm also going to get into like the mobility aspect too, so I can get teleport.
Yeah,
I just want the what is it called? Hang on. It's the advanced mobility training. Oh, mobility unit expert. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's what I want too. But also, what was I thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah,
honestly, that's one of those things you have to literally write these things down, otherwise you'll forget them because it's been a week.
Oh yeah. Quick question. Was the those for the ultimate spells for Earth, for all of the elemental ones, was the -20 to those spells added before or after at some point? Because I didn't notice those before.
No, those have always been there. That's the highest tier. It goes half action, full action at -20.
Okay.
That's all your top tier spells will have a -20 penalty. The idea is that hopefully if you're in the range where you can actually chew through these requirements, you could be at spellcasting plus 30 or 40, or you have a specialized focus or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get all my basic training done because that's one of those
I'm
things,
thinking about this. The more I think about it, the more I might have to I don't know. Do I give you guys free any skill training? Because I feel like this has been a consistent complaint that you're skill-wise you're not quite broad enough to start.
Yeah.
Even with extra EXP for quirks and stuff. So I might have to come up with some kind of generic skill training. Hey, you can pick up a couple extra trained skills, or maybe diversify backgrounds so you get more.
Yeah,
because the concern is always with.
Honestly, I feel like if you have a military style training, you should have some basic skills. You just automatically get these skills for free. But I don't know. Because that's what I'm trying to feel. Because I'm trying to get my basic skills to flow like what I would be as in the military. I feel like I should have athletics trained and maybe academics. I should know stuff. Did I get academics from cadet? No. Because literally I join a college or training corps, whatever, and I come out with tactics. But
yeah,
does that
that's what I'm thinking. Because some of that's supposed to be some of the advanced rules, but I'm thinking I might just expand it to be hey, you get maybe you get extra skills and stats at starting.
Or maybe it's just like, hey, you get this skill and you can pick one additional skill or something.
Actually, yeah, that might be a good way to do it. Because skills have different types, so it might be good to like, hey, you pick one fieldcraft skill, or you pick one social skill.
Mm-hmm. Or
that
you can you can pick like either this, or this, or you can give it like a list of something that would make sense, so people can like more fine tune into what they want to build.
Yeah.
Because that was honestly part of the reason why I added like home lanes and unit type stuff, because it was like, okay, because there are times when you guys in the playtest were just all over the place with like your skills, and even now there's some of them that are like that too. So it's like I want you guys to be focused so you can do tests together.
Yeah,
obviously
sort of like that.
I started small, and it's okay to scale up. I started with people fairly low powered, but this can go up a little, because I'm noticing you guys are struggling at some points. And like with NPCs, like I said, I don't fucking care. Like hold on, let me check. What's the basic infantryman? I mean, infantrymen aren't better. It's funny. Literally, the enemy infantry is trained in athletics, awareness, evasion. That's all he's got. Those are his only trained skills.
Yeah, I noticed at least some of the advanced classes don't actually like need another class. Sometimes all they need is a skill.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because well, I mean, like for like artificer, it didn't feel right to be like, oh, you have to be a special career to no. Like if you built your time as a character to like enchant spells and build arcane items, you just can branch out into that. Field commander is the same way. It's basically like, hey, guess what? You trained in command, so you keep your command up, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that, like, for one thing that I looked at was, like, heavy cavalry, and I was like, oh, all I need is survival. I have survival.
Yeah, because that's the skill you roll to ride horses. Do you have a horse, though?
Yep. No. So it's like, why do I even need to pick this?
I feel like,
horses, we have mobility units. Why would we need a horse?
Because you can, in fact, play a cavalry unit.
Yeah. But I feel like, you know how, like, you have your medals have special requirements? I feel like some of these advanced careers could actually be more interesting if you had to actually have them have, like, a special requirement. Like, veteran, like, we're 2 sessions in, and I've just picked up veteran, which is super fucking useful, but I think it'd have been, like, more interesting if I couldn't get veteran until, say, I've actually completed, like, 5 missions in-game.
Yeah,
I think into that.
All right, I can make that adjustment. I wanted the EXP. Oh, then again, I'm like, fuck, I don't even know what my EXP is.
Right.
My EXP
scale. Also
know
that war mages are. I know that's actually pretty good for its skill, and that could be upscaled a bit.
Yeah, it's just like
cost. Or have, like, a certain, like, up to this amount of, like, trained in this skill.
I just feel like you have to do something that puts you on that path of, like, something.
But I guess don't try to be, like, too specific. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, I want to do this, so I'm going to be all, like, throwing grenades all the time.
Well, to be fair, I think that's kind of fair. It's like, yeah, I'm really good. I really like doing this. I'm really good at doing this. I want to take this thing I'm doing to the next level.
If you want to like get into the high level of the design requirements, I was thinking about ways I can, because the game started with the only way to customize yourself was basically you get some starting shit and then it's spells, and then I'm like, and then there's officer talents, but I want to be like, I want some extra avenues for EXP expenditures besides just spells. So this came to me as like, okay, this is kind of like a sideline thing. You can get an extra little bonus, but you don't have to actually spend EXP on it directly, because like he's talked about how he doesn't like, or rather how you were like, it's frustrating that you have to like split your EXP between officer and spells. So I was like, okay, so you have to earn the XP and spend it to qualify. That's supposed to be kind of like your building career ranks, but then you get access to the thing, and the special abilities are all basically shit I ripped off from my XCOM homebrew, which aren't in this yet. Because I'm like, well, there's a great way to mine for stuff like Flush, which is a great ability and makes sense. But all right, okay, I got my mission details ironed out.
All right, well, I'm ready to go anytime.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's keep that up.
Omega, you want to do introductions again?
Yes.
Even though we've been chatting
for 10 minutes, but that's fine. Hey, everybody. Hope you're still listening. We are playing Mages of War, the Alkebulan campaign. I'm your marshal for the evening, Omega.
I am Second Lieutenant Wolfgang Schmidt.
I am. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going, man. I was gonna say something, but I changed my mind.
Okay, I'm I'm Ulrich Geisler.
There we go, buddy.
He found it. And
Darn
you are
it.
both very tired.
Yes.
Did you guys actually remember
guess
to write
what?
down on
It's
your
time for
sheets?
coffee.
Yeah, did you remember to write down on your sheets how many hours of fatigue you have?
I thought we actually beat the roll. Did we?
I mean, you wouldn't have to. You would need coffee if you did not beat the roll. I think you guys did not beat the
Let
roll because you
me-
rolled like shit.
No,
yesterday.
I know, because Marth was fatigued because he pushed a spell.
Well,
Yeah.
he fixed that. That was at the end of the
Yeah,
encounter, so that went away anyway.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain. I mean, that audio's posted. We can literally go on our own YouTube channel, and I can play the clip
God,
back.
I don't know if I can like. Yeah. Let's do that. Pause recording.
All right,
Let's figure
I'll
this
pause.
out.
All right,
All right.
we unpaused. We checked last week, which you can also do, and both of them failed their toughness tests, so they have 2 hours of post-mission fatigue, but they're going to fix it by drinking coffee, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
Which cancels the
tons of
effects for a
coffee.
while.
I literally have bought where is it? Coffee. I have like 20 pounds of it, an iron kettle, and a mug.
All right, so it's like
No.
you guys only took like an hour, so it's like actually, honestly, you know what? Hold on, it's like midnight now, so sometime pre-dawn. You could possibly just rest it out. The question is, are you? You know you're going to gear up for a major offensive. Are you going to relax and not do anything for 2 hours and heal your fatigue normally? Or do you want to use that
No.
for mission time?
No, this is prep time. I gotta make sure the men are ready.
All right. And yes, to confirm, caffeine. I will copy it. But for the audience, stimulant found in coffee and tea promotes awareness and awakeness, allows the consumer to ignore the effects of fatigue but not recover for them, and take a +10 to toughness test to avoid falling unconscious for hours equal to toughness mod. Also gains a +10 to all per tests for that duration. So note that
Wait,
down. You are under the effects of caffeine.
Wait, what was the frick? Oh, per test. Perception. That's what I was trying to
Yes,
figure out.
all per related tests. You're perky because of coffee.
And I think I'll make another tab of special effects. So I can also remember this stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of fun effects you can do if you do drugs. If you smoke, you can get a +10 to all tests related to fine motor control or memory, but a -10 to all toughness tests because of your lungs, which are slowly dying.
That is the wrong button. Okay.
And then alcohol is basically a way to ignore penalties for wounds in extreme pain and get plus on per tests, but you take a -2 to stay conscious and 2 agility linked tests due to impaired balance. And then if you drink a shitload, you take huge penalties and have to roll a toughness test for hangover, at which point you get fatigued for physical hours you can't get rid of. Also notes that alcohol is a disinfectant. Vital in all your medical kits.
Alright, so I got that for 2 hours. Alright, but so my plan is I'm making sure that all my platoon squads are basically ready to go. I make sure to return the oil. Wait, no, we're at the. we're
Yeah,
not
you're
at
at
the
a forward
base, so-
camp now.
Yeah, we're at a forward camp. So, guy who I borrowed the airline for, so ain't there. So I ain't gonna worry about that. Will there be any chance to like slap the freaking mage prisoner awake?
Yeah, you want to talk to him.
Yeah, let's do some interrogation.
All right, he is currently in a basic ass shack somebody has thrown up.
Cool.
Got some corrugated metal walls, wooden door. You can put your oil lamp to use. And yeah, no, he's there. Let's see. What did he passed out after getting stabbed, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's probably reclining on a bed, bandaged up, and he's been cuffed to like the edge of the cot.
Mhm.
So he can't go anywhere.
Okay, so what's wartime policy on interrogating prisoners in this war?
Well, here's the thing about World War I. It's incredibly gentlemanly, except for all of the mindless killing devices. So now that you're like face to face with this guy as a fellow mage, you should extend him your utmost respect. But also, you're doing a duty too. So it's kind of like his duty is to not spill anything. Your duty is to get him to spill something, kind of. So.
Let's see here.
Like,
I'm gonna look what it says like for actually the interrogation skill and see how you describe that. They're not given freely. It's going to determine stamina for attack. Press long enough. Relevant. With will. Okay, so it's nothing like actually specific about it. It's literally you can just have a conversation with someone and basically use your force of will against their force of will to try to extract information.
Yeah. It's can you phrase questions, can you press, can you keep him talking? Typical like police interrogate. Like modern day police don't have to smack your head into a table to get you to talk. They just push on the same points over and over again.
Yeah. Because unfortunately, that's what I think of when you think of interrogation. You think of, the violence.
Yeah, this interrogation is not enhanced.
Yeah.
Arguably, that's intimidation, where you're like, "Hi, I'm going to make you afraid now." But they're separate skills because you don't have to. You were saying something though?
Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I have my companion. I don't have interrogation trained. What's my will's at 40. So
I mean, if she's gonna make the roll, she would roll with her will, whatever the fuck.
I'm gonna roll my roll because she has the companion good cop bad cop. So if I do it, I get the free. It's
a free DOS.
Yeah, I get a free DOS because like her will's like 30, so she just literally have 10 digits higher than me. If I just
Yeah, so the free degree of success is better than a plus 10.
Yeah. So I will approach this man. I will, be courteous. I will be.
Hey, what languages do you speak?
Oh, excuse me?
What languages do you speak? Sorry, I yawned.
Oh God, I didn't do my fucking languages. Ah!
Int mod in
languages.
languages.
Let's see here. Stall. What's the English equivalent?
English with an A.
English.
And French would be fleur, which is probably at this time period is the universal language.
The lingua franca.
And you get it's how many languages you get extra? Your int
it's
mod?
it's equal to your int mod.
Okay, so I should have 3 languages. Yeah, I'll just go with stall, English, and fleur.
Fairly typical.
Same.
Yeah, none of you took linguist.
No. Sorry, I just had to decode. So, I'll just try and fleur to begin with. Introduce myself and ask his name.
Ah, fuck. He needs a name.
Well, if you do you just want to kind of what's the word we're going to call this?
I mean, we can abstract this. Yes.
Yeah, abstract it. There we go.
All
so
right.
I just I want to see if I can if we share a common speaking language. So I'll go
he's wearing a United Commonwealth uniform. So yes, he speaks passable fleur, and his native would be English.
All right. Well, we will speak in his native, but as I said, I will inform him that we are about to establish we're going to make a pent on the post, and any information he will give forth on this will actually be really helpful into reducing the amount of casualties and whatnot in this endeavor, which it will be in his best interest if he has any compassion for his home. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna roll interrogation.
Okay, so you're fishing for information he doesn't want to give.
Yeah.
All right, he needs to
will
his
100.
Will to oppose.
Did I do this wrong? I did this wrong, didn't I? I had to do this wrong. Can I roll 100?
Yes, you can roll 100. That would be really bad. By the way, it's a new session. Everybody's luck refreshes.
I don't want this guy to start foaming at the mat and so I'm just gonna
I will. It's an opposed check, so I can inform you of the result. He rolled a 40 out of 40, so he's got 0 degrees of success. So you will want to re-roll that probably, unless you want to fail by a lot.
Yeah, I will re-roll that.
Because that's a critical failure.
I think that means I give up, like, no. Why is my...
Yeah, there's not actually any strict rules for critical failures besides in combat, but yes, it would be failure with maximum degrees, so... Oh, 37.
That's the 37... let's see here. I get... Trying to think. Let's see here. 20, so yeah, that's 1 degree of failure. That means I'm 0. What happens when we tie?
Well, you don't get any extra information, because the general rule is for each degree of success you have on the opposed test.
Ah, damn it. Well, I'm assuming I can't just I can't keep pressing him for rolls and whatnot.
Yeah, no, at this point you'd need to try a different tactic. Like you've said, okay, hi, you're gonna help us out, and he's like, basically his response is he stands firm and says, no, good sir, you will be better off not attacking that listening post. Basically, that is the best way to preserve lives.
Oh god, should I actually do bad cop? Because unfortunately, my XO is trained in interrogation and intimidation and has sadistic.
Hold on, wait. I need to check the phrasing on sadistic. She might need to make a will check.
Okay.
Whenever you're doing damage, you don't need to make a fear test to see others in pain. You must make a will test to avoid causing harm or suffering on another person. Yeah, I think she needs to make a will test, because this he's bandaged, but he's injured lying on a bed.
And not giving the information. Pain is the greatest. Pain will convince him.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. 39, she fails. So, my XO...
by the way, you rolled that in general by accident.
Oops. I am suck. There we go.
It's okay. I posted the fucking AP and Let's Talk FGO earlier because I was confused. But I've muted some channels, so I will not be confused anymore.
Yeah. But, that was a fail. So my XO, upon seeing the man's refusal, walks up briskly to him and, I'm calling him some choice names and gives him a rounding backhand across the face.
Oh, I was gonna say she leans on his obvious stab wound.
Okay, we can do that too.
All right, he screams, "Ah!"
I will gently push my XO back. It's and explain that my XO is very aggressive.
She has Intimidate now, right?
Yep.
You should probably go ahead and roll that and see how scared this guy is.
Let us see. Am I in the right channel? I am in the right channel. You don't have any luck, girl.
Nope.
Can I just start rolling physical dice?
Yes, you can always roll physical dice. I roll physical dice.
I'm gonna roll physical dice. Because,
the dice bot is mostly so people don't have to buy shitloads of Star Wars and Genesis and L5R dice, even though I'm going to buy L5R dice anyway because I want to roll them with my hands.
They are fun.
Right.
Intimidation.
So I'm going to get me some D10s here, because, I'm sorry, this is
actually, well, hold on. I mean, you failed anyway, but what was her approach? What stat was she using?
Basically, just, snarling at him in,
Alright. That's probably will then. A stare down. Okay, basically, so technically he opposes, so he has to roll his will check. He could completely blow it. No, it's a 35. He passes. He screams out involuntarily in pain, and then immediately stiff upper lips, just clams up and just... She's a real charmer. Say, I don't suppose you have any tea around here. I've decided I'm terribly upper class.
Unfortunately, this is just, unfortunately, all we have at the moment is coffee.
I'll live.
You would like him.
I don't say, chap, you don't happen to have a smoke on you, do you?
It's Sorry, I tend to refrain. The smell can be a dead giveaway in some areas.
Yes, of course.
What?
You guys are just no fun at all.
Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can Man, I want to try I want to really, because the main thing I want out of them is I want the location of those damn secret tunnels.
I mean, you could ask him a direct question and try and roll interrogation and be like, "Hey, I know you got secret tunnels. Tell me where they are. We can leave."
Yeah. Yep. So it's like I'll stop being around the bush. I said I'll abstract it a bit. I'll stop beating around the bush and I'll just directly ask him, making an appeal to save both his men and mine a bunch of sorrow and grief to give up location of the tunnels. I'll try to promise him a better treatment and expedite the ransom, because that's what happens with mages, right?
Yes. Mages are super valuable, and you don't want to kill them, so usually the other side buys them back.
Yeah.
Either prisoner exchange or something. For instance, if you guys got your dumb fool selves captured on this mission, they would immediately trade him back for your captain because she's way more valuable than you. But the sentiment is there.
Yeah. Promise him the best treatment I can, expedition of his ransom knot, and I'll try to see to his general care. And I'll see if I can even get him some teas and smokes.
Also, you could consider rolling appeal just to straight up persuade him, "Hey, I'm a nice guy. I'll give you something for this."
I will attempt as soon as I find my dice. Because they have fucked off magically.
That happens with dice.
I used to keep them, literally just right here by my desk to fucking play all the fucking...
Yeah, no. I mean, I literally do still keep my box full of dice and then my bag full of dice. And then on Amazon, my Amazon wish list, I have another, half pound of dice I want to order because I fucking love dice.
Wait, I used to have it...
Sometimes I wonder if I have some kind of weird, whatever the hands version of a hand fixation is, you talk about, oral fixation, just, gotta love touching
I have
things.
these dice. They're not actually my dice, but they'll work. So let me roll some percentile. Oh my god, I don't like these dice, but I'm gonna roll them because it's the only physical dice I have. So,
Rip.
Figure this out later. But let's see here. Wait. Oh, does good cop, bad cop work with appeal? Yes, it works with appeal and interrogation. Okay.
Yeah, because now she's playing the bad cop.
Mm-hmm.
You can do what I want, or my XO can punch you in your stab wound again.
Okay.
And he'll be like, "I don't want to be punched in the stab wound."
Let's see here. That is a 24. What is appeal based off of? I forget. Charisma. Which is a 35. So that is a full degree of success. So that's 2 degrees of success.
Actually, I made my own document. Appeal. Is appeal opposed? I don't think so. Not unless he's making a counter argument. Appeal. Charisma, social skill, basic. Attempt to see take your stance, see your side of the story. Does not necessarily compel him to take specific actions. Persuasive. Yeah, okay. He does oppose with will. But you got 2 degrees, so... There we go. There's a 90.
Oh, God.
My poor white dice finally fucked up on me. Yeah, so he's like... All right. With his free hand, he kind of rubs the sore spot. He's like, all right, you might need to get something to change my bandages. But I'll tell you. And he basically... do you pull out your copy of the map that Ulrich made?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he basically points it out to you. You can draw some X's. He's like, all right, so under this pile of random logs and brush, you'll find the entrance. It's, so many meters tall, so many meters wide. You'll be able to... They're reinforced earth, because they were made by mages, so they just cleared everything out of the way and shored it up. Mm-hmm. And so he's like... All right, they're big enough for 2 men to walk abreast. Maybe 1 man if you're in full mobility unit gear. And it's so many meters straight down. Mm-hmm. Comes up into a ladder and a hatch into the camp.
All right, excellent. I will stick my head out the shop and I will whistle for our corpseman.
All right. The corpsman approaches.
It's like see to this man and his wounds and make sure he is comfortable as possible. I'll whistle for a someone else and command and get this man some cigarettes and a good pot of tea. Do I have to roll on some command to make sure that shit's followed?
Nah, you're the boss. You say, I'm assuming you're flagging down one of your platoon to be like, hey,
yeah,
you get this man some cigarettes, and he's like, all right,
because
you guys are all mages and you're well paid.
Yep.
And honestly, cigarettes are pretty cheap, I think. All right, so it's done. You guys got a couple of hours.
All right, well, now I'm going to go find the captain with my map.
All right. Okay.
I'm pretty sure she is in...
Yeah, whatever passes for it's the command tent. It's made of, like, big, sturdy canvas. There are lamps burning. There's a space heater, so it's not freezing cold because it's the middle of the desert in the middle of the night. Like, you probably haven't taken off your flight jacket.
Right. Yep.
Other than to get your bandages put on because you were shot in the chest a couple times.
Yeah. But no... time waits for no mage, so,
Right.
Unless you talk to me by time talents.
Yeah, no. So, bust into the command tent, like, Captain, news.
Alright. The first lieutenant looks very annoyed at you, but the captain gestures for you to speak, so she does not strike you across the face with her riding crop. But she's ready. She's about 50% knife hand.
It's like, forgive my presumptions, but I took the liberties of having a discussion with the prisoner, and, I'll put down the map. And so, taking account some personal allowances, I was able to get the information of the tunnels out of him.
She nods. All right. Telegram has just been received from command. We are to commence the follow-up operation as soon as possible. I assume the rest of the platoon will probably need an hour or two to get ready. It will be, she checks her watch. Everybody synchronize watches. We'll begin at 3 a.m. And so the operation is pretty simple. We're going to secure the site and offer any support to the pioneers as they cross behind us, as they will dismantle the minefield. Behind us, I will take the guard fusiliers and we will fly the primary unit over the landfield, or let's see, how big she gets to the scale. There's a couple tunnels in and out, basically. She's like, all right, so we'll split our forces. You can lead one section of the guard fusiliers, I'll lead the other. We'll attack the two tunnels. We'll meet in the middle.
Very well. And
pincer them inside. And offer any support the pioneers need to distract them so they don't get shot at.
Okay.
In the dark with mines. And of course, we are to keep an eye out for any strategic supplies they may have at this location. Command is very eager to repurpose this site as their own. Unfortunate bit of news, though. She kind of looks out at the sky. I'm believing we're going to be due for some unusual weather. She pauses dramatically. Nobody bites.
It's I have to bite. What kind of weather, Captain?
Second Lieutenant, have you had much experience with weather near ley lines? That's just a question. Have you ever?
I've seen the occasional strange storm, but no, nothing I would consider strange. Out of the ordinary.
Well, apparently this region runs across a conflux of two ley lines. Along the river, there's a water-focused ley line, which is fairly natural. There's also an earth-based ley line running in this area, and there's a conflux of the two apparently nearby. I checked she points to like a map, and it's got like all your squiggly, looping ley line lines on it.
Squiggly?
Yeah, because ley lines aren't necessarily straight. Sometimes they're curved a little bit. Subtle curves. And basically, the conflux is marked. I've had scouts assess the situation after eyeing it myself, and I believe we are in for an unusual concentration of aerial earth mana. It is entirely likely tonight that it will rain, possibly mud or oil.
Oh.
Which is very good then that you have found those tunnels so that we do not have to proceed in this weather. If you are, however, going to use anything flammable or explosive, do be careful. I have the Jaeger Corps observing the site now with field glasses. They have reported that the listening post has reversed their earlier decision and doused all of their lights at this moment. It is completely black. They are probably waiting for dawn to rise before they make any counteroffensive. I'm guessing they assume we will not find them in the dark.
Well, Captain, they will have assumed wrong. Dramatic exit.
Yeah, dramatic. Everybody switched to physical dice. Okay. Alright, so you got a mission. It's pretty simple. You got to secure the site. Now, that doesn't mean you have to beat up everybody there, but all their mages are gone and they're just infantry, so they're going to have to do some kind of something to walk or hop skip out of the listening post on their own otherwise.
Oh. My plan is to go in there and scream at them to surrender a lot.
Alright. Oh, and I did say that we should maybe try out mass combat this time.
Yeah.
Alright.
I think it'd be a good chance.
Yeah. Alright, let's calculate your unit really quick. So you're going to split into two groups, so you're going to take 2 units, basically. The captain will take one, you'll take the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. You guys are bodyguards. I assume we'll just say you're regular mages. For this, regular combat mages, anyway. And so, offense will be calculated based on your average of your unit's warfare melee and warfare the other one. Ranged. Oh, that's animals, dumbass. Soldiers. Getting lost in my own, whatchamacallits, chapters. My outline, basically. Okay, let's scroll to find mages. Alright.
Marth, are you doing anything in the meantime?
What? So, right.
Alright, I'm going to very quickly jot these down for you. In the chat.
If you don't have anything you want to do, I'm just making sure you, before we get started.
Yeah, not really. My guy's just standing by until stuff happens, per drinking coffee.
That's a good plan, honestly.
Actually, definitely drinking coffee.
So, defense is average of toughness. Also, actually, that reminds me, I should calculate strength. So let's see. So we said there's 30 guys in the unit. So you're going to do an even 50-50 split, basically?
Yeah.
Alright, so that means strength is 15. Because strength is basically your HP for a mass combat unit. That's how many dudes you got. Offense. Toughness. Defense is 30. Probably should have pre-calculated this, but we were busy.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Agility, morale is will, and skill is intellect and perception. Okay, I'll just get all these done in a row.
Just looking at the officer talents now and see which ones are really cool.
It's your per and int, everybody.
Tactical Genius sounds amazing. Oh. Sounds like 500 though.
Yeah, it's a big capstone.
Mm-hmm.
So int and per. Alright, so 35. I think that's all the mass combat stats, but let me just double check again. Offense, defense, mobility, morale, skill, and strength. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just post that. I have a lot of tabs.
Cool.
Alright, so that's what they roll for mass combat actions. Do I have a... Yes, I have a cutout document just for mass combat, because normally that's in the Marshal's Handbook. But I will open a section, so you don't have to dig through all of that. You can just look at the thing.
Sweet.
Units roll the appropriate damage for its weapons. Normally, this represents the effects of the entire... Yeah. Special damage and bleed. Most of the time, weapon tags don't affect them.
Okay, so hang on here. So how would my lightning skirmish just give +2 to their mobility score, or are we going? Is that more on the
Yeah, no.
individual
I mean, it improves
level?
their base movement. So in this case, their base movement as a unit is calculated based on their mobility.
Okay.
Like for instance, move. The unit moves to the battlefield, taking a half action to move. Covers meters equal to mobility divided by 2. And then taking a full move is meters equal to mobility. Yes, that's big. That's because mass combats are not like as tight a time unit. So your guys can scooch like. And actually, honestly, thinking about it, because it's +2 base movement, that doesn't necessarily work with this calculation.
Yeah, I know. So I'm trying to figure out, like, This is why we constantly playtest.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I should add a note to Lightning Skirmish that improves it. I'll think of that later.
Yep. Put a pin in it. Boop.
Yeah, it's a thing for later, so you can move silently. You can disengage. Because it notes that a mass combat unit can't just disentangle itself from somebody else they're in melee with. They have to actually spend a half action to back up.
Mm-hmm. Disengage.
Roll offense as part. Reduce the damage by defense divided by 10. And then you can charge, you can barrage, you can suppress, aim, dig in, stay alert, triage, mission specialist. And then, of course, what you guys want to look at is solo actions.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you do as basically part of an initiative to a mass combat.
Oh, man, I could totally do a duel.
Mm-hmm. You can also demoralize, draw their fire, spellcasting, rally. One-man army's fun.
I'm gonna need like 3 specializations before I want to do that.
You also probably want to heal because you take 1d10 divided by 2 damage you can't reduce. Because you're literally being a one-man army. You're fighting an entire unit of guys on your own to be like, you know, hey, I'm here, I'm doing work. All right, let's see. All right, I'm going to pause recording, take a quick break because I gotta get another bottle of water.
All right.
Everybody, feel free to take a break. And then Lucky can spend hours looking for equipment. All right, we're back. I've unpaused it. So that's your mission orders. We figured out your mass combat and stuff.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Marth about it.
All right. And yes, to reiterate, the post does have a special blacked out quality, so it's very dark there.
Very,
very dark.
Spooky.
But is it too spooky?
I don't think it's too spooky. Just slightly spooky. Spooky light. And alright, so make sure everybody's ready. Drink more coffee. Make sure the mage prisoner is comfortable, I would say.
His cot has a pillow now, and his bandages were changed. And he's having a pleasant smoke.
Good. I am an officer of my word.
He's about as comfortable as he can be, as you guys are. You guys literally set this up tonight with tents and shit. If you retreat from this post, maybe he'll be able to stay at a lovely room in the Capitol building or the governor's palace or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have more letters to write and whatnots.
All right. Any equipment or anything you guys want to get before you start?
Honestly, oh god, like I can't. I got a repeating rifle, an halberd, a longsword, a suppressed pistol, body armor, got my jacket. Like, I'm pretty gunned out, I think.
All right. Sorry, that's my second.
I think I'm carrying everything I'm supposed to carry.
All right. If you spend any ammo last time, you top up, obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
My companion picked up the radio man, so she is, like, wearing a radio pack now.
Mm-hmm. Got a radio backpack. With the field telephone.
Mm-hmm. And now she also has cryptography, so booyah. So that covers that. I fucking got night vision, so there will be fucking night. I will be seeing in the dark. If I have to take point on. Marth, did you pick up night vision?
Yes.
All right, guess what, Marth? You're gonna be point man.
Okay.
All right, well, that's good.
Marth, you have survival and navigation. You can see in the dark. You're fucking perfect
Yeah.
for this.
He also
Yes.
made the map you guys are going to be using.
Yes, yeah. You're super important, Marth.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll me a navigation chest with a +10 because you made a map to find the target
Okay.
location in the dark.
Okay. Time to roll.
Oh, actually, here's a good question. Do you brief everybody about the potential of the oil rain?
Yes.
All right, what's your rule about this? No smoking, no lights.
No
if
explosives.
Yeah. If we are engaged with oil rains, do not use any incendiary or explosive devices. What now? We will be switching purely to melee. Like honestly, like do I have to make a like? What'd be the rule to know about oil rain and like the bad shit it can happen?
Ah, you want to know about magical shit? That's academics, boyo.
Well, good thing I got that. Let's make a roll here. That's an 85. I don't know.
All right, as you told the captain, you have never experienced unusual mana-infused rain before.
No.
Aetheric
But she
weather.
says oil rain. So, she says oil rain, so I'm gonna make an educated guess that it's gonna rain fucking oil.
Yes.
Even crude oil is flammable.
Oh, yes.
So, if everyone's getting soaked, that means, no one's, like, incendiary, sparks, all that stuff, can basically set a man aflame.
Yeah, no
That's
open
the-
flame, no explosives.
Yeah. So that's what we're going with.
Technically, I think you guys are on smokeless powder now, so you don't need to worry about that from, like, firing your guns, but there still could be sparks. So you might want to be careful.
Yeah.
The shells are going to be very hot, though, so you probably don't want to go firing off willy-nilly.
Okay.
Oh, 2 degrees to success. All right,
Huh?
you find the target pretty easily. And yes, in fact, as you were airborne, the captain, gives a little speech. This is one of the first times on an active combat operation she's actually taking your unit out, and she's like, all right, men, we're gonna finally take the fight to our enemies. We're gonna cross the border, seize their listening post, blind them, and render the way for the glorious fatherland. All right, let's party. And you actually managed to find the target location in a reasonable amount of time this time.
Oh, thank God.
And about
Yep.
halfway there, in fact, you're flying relatively low. You don't want to go too high because you don't want to be visible. And yes, in fact, as you were cruising along, it starts to rain, and the moment you feel this on like any of your exposed skin, which isn't much, it's black, oily, tacky a little bit. If you could bottle this would be great. Unfortunately, you're covered in it.
I'm pretty sure they're setting up some barrels back at the base or something. I don't know. I
Probably.
don't know how big the storm is.
Yeah, I decided this was... I rolled magical weather, and I decided it made most sense to be Earth, so it was mudstorm or oil rain.
Both sound terrifying.
Yeah, no, if you actually want to read the Mage's Field Guide, Ether and the Weather, you can look up all the super fun types of weather you can get into. You're lucky I decided it wasn't metal. As noted by the section, a rain of gemstones sounds like a delight until one is struck by them.
Well, I'm pretty sure whoever had gem sorcery would have a fucking field day.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah. And the other, like, most of these are bad. So, like, it could have literally rained salt, which would be awful for you flying magical flying machines. But all right, you get to the target.
Can I just leave instructions that if it starts raining oil just to set up fucking barrels and try to funnel that shit?
Sure.
Cool.
You arrive. You're a little sticky and tacky. Basically, the captain will circle around to take the south end. You guys will take the north end.
Hey, now we don't need to cover ourselves in fucking engine grease.
No. You are pre-greased.
We are quite oily.
Yeah. Nobody looks really happy about this, but hey.
If we wanted the pretty and glamorous life, we wouldn't be in the damn military.
I mean, depending on who you talk to, this is the glamorous life. You guys are serving, not king and country, because you're not your enemies. You're saving the fatherland. You're doing it for the Kaiser, the Caesar. All right. By the way, as you approach, your intelligence is quite correct. The listening post, which you could vaguely see the lights on last time, and in fact, they started running some searchlights when you spooked them before, are completely blacked out. Also, you guys are glad you have goggles because otherwise you'd be getting oil in your eyes.
Ooh.
We have to wipe them off a lot.
I never thought I'd know what the taste of oil is like, but now that I do, I never want to again.
You have the one machinist guy, and he's like, "Oh, it's I want to make him Scottish." He has the Germanic equivalent of a Scottish accent. Oh, Lieutenant, you never experienced the joys of machinery before.
That's one
great.
field of study I feel like I will leave best to the experts.
All right. Because you were told where they are, there's no check. There's some... Oops. Creaky mic arm. There's basically some cutout branches stuck into the dirt, which hide the entrance.
Cool.
You pull a hatch, you drop down a couple... about a level, you're in a tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the first tactical decision. If you're walking on foot, with your mobility units and all your gear and shit, there's about enough room for one of you at a time. If you fly, you're in a very tight tunnel, and you could possibly have a terrible accident because you'd need to roll piloting, but you could offset, so you could fly in much tighter formation. Also, by the way, in case any of you don't know, you're in an enclosed space, do not fire a gun. You will be deaf for, forever.
Right.
In addition to the risk that you could set yourself on fire, it's also super dark. Super bad for your hearing. Also, yes, it's super dark. There's no electric lights down here.
I would like to cast night vision on myself.
All right, roll that beautiful cast footage.
Woo! Let's see here. 20.
And I think since you guys made your navigation roll, you haven't even burned a charge in your mobility units yet either.
No. Actually, let me double check night vision here. Night vision. For a number of minutes equal to DOS, I only got one DOS, so I got night vision for a minute, which is better than nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So remove all penalties for low light, half penalties for pitch blackness. It's pitch black in here unless you guys make a light, so now it's just, basically the equivalent of low light.
Well, I'd like to check the tunnel. I would like to make a pier at the tunnel.
All right, roll awareness.
Do I need to roll my night vision thing, too?
Not unless you're turning it on yet. You might want to save that until because I'm assuming the lieutenant is doing the gentlemanly thing, and he jumped down the tunnel first. Because you're an officer and a gentleman.
Mm-hmm. I lead by example.
That is actually the ethos of the time, yes.
Okay, so let's see. I got 22.
You rolled doubles on a spell. Oh, wait, no, you're rolling perception. Fuck, you already rolled spellcasting. Shit. I'm excited. My goddamn mishap table never happens. Except for the 2 times it happened, and it was great.
Oh no, it kept happening in the fucking it happened several times.
There was one session I think where it happened a bunch of times in a row.
Yeah. God, what is awareness based off again? Fucking
Perception. And remember, you have a bonus.
Oh, I do. That's right. So that's actually 2 degrees of success. Because I rolled 22.
Did you account for the fact that technically it's still low light, so you got a -10?
Oh well, then it's just 1 degree of success.
But still, the coffee canceled it out. So 1 degree. The tunnel probably goes on for, what did I say, half a football field? Yeah, probably 40 or 50 meters. It's a little hard to tell about the far end with your night vision, but it appears like there's no shapes or anything in the intervening space. It's just a tunnel. It's reinforced earth walls, so it's just like dirt all the way around, and it's been reinforced with wood beams and stuff. Theme's fairly secure and stable.
Alright, so what are the chances that someone will be waiting just on the other side of the tunnel entrance? They seem to be alerted, and might be even dug in. They're probably counting on the secret tunnels not being found. Probably their trump card, especially since it circumvents the minefield.
Also, by the way, you do know the clock is ticking because as soon as the captain gets down there. Well, actually, she told you to synchronize watches, so theoretically she'll start when you should start. But if you waste too much time, the party's gonna get started without you.
Well, fuck it. Let's just charge down. Let's just charge down the tunnel.
All right.
And fucking mobility gear. So, because if we take off our mobility gear, that's gonna take.
No, I mean what I'm saying is you can, combined with the fact that you're wearing your mobility gear and all your kit, you will only be able to walk one guy at a time. There's not enough room for you in like all your fucking weapons and your tubes and metal plating and stuff sticking out of you to fit in here. If you guys ditch your mobility units, you could go two abreast, but then you're not wearing mobility units.
Yeah. Control F, 1 second here.
Structures, it's about visibility and line of sight.
Alright, yep, so charge down the tunnel.
Actually, yeah, what's your total perception score right now?
Plus 10, minus 10.
No. What's your actual stat for perception?
32.
Okay. So you can say for sure you can see clearly about halfway up this tunnel, and like I said, the last couple yards maybe with your night vision, you're not sure, but you're fairly reasonable that nobody is in here because there's actually a note about visibility and line of sight. So your standard ass perception range, no problems, is up to your perception score in meters. You can see like 30 meters away and be like, I can see everything I need to know about that distance.
Okay.
And then up to double that is your long range, so you get a slight penalty, which would basically be like, I'm reasonably sure there's nothing at up to like 60 meters, but I can't say 100%.
Okay.
But yes, you guys are just gonna book it down.
Yep.
Well, so player characters and companions, what's the marching order?
I said, we can only go one abreast. I was the first one to come down. I have night vision. I will take the lead, I suppose.
All right.
Okay.
Marth, I would like you right behind me.
Okay, then the corpsman should be in the middle.
Should be. Yep.
Oh.
And then my exo bringing up the rear.
All right. And then 15 more guys are behind you.
Yep.
Oh, actually, here's a good point. Did you want to bring any particular specialists? Because your missing specialist is the thing. Do any of these guys have any specific skills in your team? You've established that you have a shifty motherfucker, a good at night motherfucker, and a demolitions motherfucker. And now we've established that the mechanical motherfucker is also in this team.
Well, yeah, we took the mechanical motherfucker. Who knows what my interesting gadgets. We'll take the demo motherfucker because we're still in the fucking minefield.
It's right above you.
Yeah. Marv, do you think of anybody in particular we might want?
I can't think of anyone else.
I mean,
basically, look at your skill list. If there's a particular skill you want your unit to be trained in, just in case, let me know.
Okay, so
you've got demolitions and you've got mechanics.
Demolition, mechanics.
I mean, you got survival.
We got medication.
Yeah, you got survival, navigation, and all that stuff. So I'm not really worried about that. But
also, I mean, at this point, you're in a tunnel. You don't need to navigate.
Yeah.
Do we want anyone trained in cryptography?
My companion has cryptography.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone. We pretty much have things covered.
Does anybody in the player character block have security?
No.
Oh, no.
No, we need a security motherfucker.
All right.
Yes.
You have that. That's probably the demo man's buddy, the guy who knows about traps and shit.
We don't try to leave them alone together too long because they start coming up with weird shit.
So you put the stick grenade in the can and you put a wire, and you're like, war crimes.
No.
Yeah. I will say with your
Yeah.
past per test, you are fairly reasonably certain there are no traps in this tunnel.
Okay, cool.
All right. So you got a guy who knows demo, a guy who knows mechanics, a guy who knows security. All right. So you're charging down the tunnel. Are you trying to stealthily charge, or is this just sprint?
Nah,
Possibly
this is
yelling.
Just, no yelling yet.
All right.
I don't want to give them I don't want to give us a away.
Actually, here's a good
Before we
question. What's your weapon condition, both for you personally and what are you telling the guys? Like, is this a fixed bayonets?
Honestly, the oil rain has me a little spooked. I don't know what will set it off. Honestly, so I'm gonna say a fixed bayonets.
All right. There's a slight clattering as everybody pops their bayonet into the ring. They are now wielding giant
pull out my
spears.
I go for the longsword. It's time to get stabby.
Also,
No,
you've got a suppressed pistol that's got a flash hider on there.
Mm-hmm. I know. Is there a quick draw talent?
No, there's not a talent for quick draw. That's one of the things you can do as a gunslinger is you can quick draw pistols as a free action. But yeah, no, otherwise.
Okay, well,
I mean, technically is it a reinforcement spell? There's a spell that makes you faster. It gives you, like, extra half actions and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I think it's haste, which is really bonkers. That's actually taken from back when this was a Halo game I played in and helped play test, where Spartan's got a lot of fun stuff. Like, double response actions per round, super strength, all kinds of fun stuff. All right. You run down the tunnel. You come to the end. There's a ladder, and there's a hatch.
All right. Well, bring up a security guy, have him inspect the hatch, make sure to see if there's anything funky about it.
All right. Let's actually go ahead and look. What did I say? There we go. Skill. So 35 is your average for skills. All right. He says there are no traps.
All right, cool. All right, so climb up and see if I can quietly and slowly open up this hatch.
Padlock.
God damn it.
And obviously the padlock is on the outside, so.
Yep.
Did I write rules for a padlock? I think there is. For, like, how to beat it. Or is that just the lockbox? Digging through my own rules for locks. Alas, you did not buy warp steel yet. Actually, no. This would be a wooden hatch, so you'd want shape wood.
Oh, if it's just wood, well, hang on here.
I'm double checking what the lock rules are. All right, basic pattern inset lock. Key or combination. The lock is small size. I can only open my security test. The lock has 10 wounds and a DR of 5.
Oh my goodness. Let me see here.
Here's my rules about structures. Because this is a door. Probably say that's the equivalent of a thin wall. Okay, so by my own rules, that means that the trapdoor has a structural integrity of about 10 and a DR of 1. So if you can do 10 damage to it somehow, you can break it. You can probably literally just try and hack it with your longsword.
Oh no, I'm totally about to hack it with my longsword.
All right.
I'm just checking. I'm gonna take a moment here, and I'm going to cast Temper on my sword.
All right. By the way, night vision has worn off.
Oh yeah, it probably would have by now, huh? That is a 38 out of 41. That's 0 degrees. That's 0 degrees? That's 0 degrees. That's
yes.
how it works, right?
Yes.
Heck.
If it's not a full 10, it's not a degree.
Oh, I guess I fail. Oh, fuck it.
No, you said 0 degrees is success, right?
Yeah. But that's like isn't it like, it has to be in, rounds?
No, it defaults to 1 round if you get it. It says, there's a note of this somewhere. Basically, if you're, for purpose of a spell with a range of a DOS, a spell with a duration of 0 with 0 DOS ends its effect at the end of the current round.
Oh, okay. Well, all I need is this one round because with temper, my longsword goes from 1d10 plus 4 to 1d10 plus 8. So if I just roll anything but a 1, I'm cutting this damn. I'm hacking this.
Does
no,
temper also improve your pen?
Yeah. Oh no, it is. It's it's 1d10. No, I can roll a 1. That's why I did this because it's 1d10 plus 5. I was looking at my repeating rifle.
Yeah.
So no, actually, I don't even have to roll.
All right.
So.
Okay, roll damage. There's no attack roll for this. It's a door.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like since it's one, if it only has the structure degree 10, because I have a plus 9. Anything I roll, I'm gonna. Oh, I rolled a 10. Great. I just do 19 points of damage. Pin 9. No, excuse me. Pin 8 to this door.
Yeah. So you fucking animate this door. Just a single. You do an X cut. The trapdoor falls in 4 pieces. It doesn't hit anybody on the way down. You can once again see the sky and taste the oil rain.
Are there any immediate noises of? Huh?
Okay, well, actually, hold on. Let's see. Let's find their stat block and roll awareness. No, okay, that's 74 out of 50. No,
Well,
nobody's any the wiser.
All right, so peek my head out.
All right, it's still very dark.
And
It's completely blacked out.
And we're gonna stay quiet until I can get as many of my men out into the out of the tunnel as possible.
All right. Why don't you roll
move
under
silently, I
mobility
suppose?
for your guys to see how swiftly they move?
Mm-hmm.
I should go ahead and roll another opposing awareness. All right. I have a number. Go and roll that mobility. You have mobility 35 as a unit right now.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait, did you want me to roll it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should roll it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure. 25 out of 35, so 1 degree of success. I don't like these dice. I can't.
It's good. You're rolling dice.
Yeah, that is a 25. Okay.
All right. They also rolled 1 degree.
Ooh.
So, as your last guy pops out of the hole, as your exo comes up and you give her a hand up the ladder, there's a guy under like a tarp, who just he kind of peers. You can see his silhouette. And kind of peers in the dark and says, "Oi." All right. Let's roll initiative.
Oh.
Okay. I should decide how many units of these guys there are. Or rather, I should decide how much strength they have.
Yeah.
Alright, and then how do I roll? They don't have any. They don't have any explicit leaders. I mean, there are probably some leaders here, but I'm not gonna like grab different stats for them off the top of my head. So I think we just roll their AM.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, okay. Roll 1d10 with their AM. So that's not great for these guys.
Uh-oh. Am I rolling for like our?
Yeah, go ahead and roll. That's 1d10 plus your leadership mod because you are leading.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
And if do you have the captain's stat sheet handy? Otherwise, I'll roll her.
I do not have it handy.
Okay, I'll roll for her after I roll for these guys.
My leadership modifier is.
Oh wow, that really sucks for these guys.
Ooh, sucks for them. I got a 12 total.
All right. And oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I think she's probably got the same leadership mod as you. Yep. 4. Oh god, that's terrible, Captain. You rolled a 1.
Oh my goodness, Captain.
She actually goes
Oh,
after
Cap-
these guys, who
Oh,
rolled
Captain,
3s.
my Captain.
So the second unit goes at 4. All right.
Well-
So basically, here's what I'll say. Or should there be? Nah, I don't want to drag this out. So there's two units of you, and you're 15 strong each. Actually, no. Yes, I will make a third unit. Let's roll their initiative also. Oh, that guy rolled a 9. What's your leadership mod?
Surprise!
Is it 4? Lucky, your leadership mod.
Mine is +4.
All right. Okay. So you guys, you break the tie.
Oh, nice.
All right. So there are 3 units of 10 guys. Their strength is 10. So they're not as strong as you, but they're more numerous than you. There's basically one in the center of the camp, which is between you and the other unit, and then there's one at the far ends of the camp, like watching out and stuff. So you are close to one of the watcher groups.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say that's Unit 1. The captain is close to Unit 2, and then there's a third unit just in the center. And remember, it's dark as balls, so everybody takes those low light penalties.
Balls!
Because you can't see shit, and you don't want any lights. Well, at least any oil-based lights. If you guys own flashlights, that'd be great. Electric lights. Actually, you guys recovered a search lamp. Is one of you guys carrying that?
Nope.
All right.
I said, yeah, didn't feel it. Nope, didn't feel it.
That's fine.
Good job, mate.
Okay. Well, Wolfgang, it's you. You get to control your unit because you're basically belting out the orders.
So what am I supposed to roll?
Don't roll anything. You're riding with the captain, with the lieutenant right now. So,
Okay.
basically, now that it's your turn, both of you get a solo action to do. But first, I would like Wolfgang to tell me what the unit's action is.
The unit's action will be to. Well, let me look here.
And I will say probably any of these guys is within a half move of your mobility because obviously mass combat.
Yep. But we will make since we have already pulled bayonets, we'll make a charge.
All right.
Action.
Okay. So that's your full action. Go ahead and roll that. So that's offense plus 20.
Plus 20.
Should you guys get low? Yeah, sure. Get your low light penalty. That's minus 10.
Minus 10, so just plus 10 then.
Boy, howdy. Night fighting sucks before they invented ways to see in the dark.
I believe it. That's odd. Oh, that's odd 9. I had to remember, like, what does the 00 mean again?
No, that's zeros. That's zeros in the 10 spot. So that's 9.
Yeah, I know,
9. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So roll your team's bayonet damage, which will be the bayonet in on a rifle. Use your offense mod for your offense 10's place for your strength mod instead. Basically.
Okay, let me see here. Information. I need to pull it up.
These guys
Bayonets.
They do have.
I don't have a bayonet. I have a longsword. But let's see here. Combat knife. No. Where is it? There it is. Okay, 1d10 plus strength modifier.
Are you sure that isn't it plus 2 for being on a rifle?
Oh yeah. Okay, so hang on. 1d10 plus 2 plus strength modifier. Our strength modifier is
probably 3.
15, so that's plus 1. Excuse me?
No, offense. Remember, because strength is your number of dudes.
Oh god, no, offense. So that's plus 3. So that's 2. Let's see. So that's 5 plus another 2 for that. So that's 7. So that's gonna be 10. I mean 1d10 plus 7. D10. Oh, there it is. That's right in front of me. I rolled an 8. So that is 15.
Hey, remember I said these guys had 10 strength?
Oh yeah, you did.
They're very dead. You guys just form a bayonet line and do a flying bayonet charge. They're still just scouts, so they're lightly armored, and they end up shanked and skewered as they're scrambling to get their guns out and figure out what the fuck is going on.
I kind of wanted to take them alive. I kind of wanted to try and take them alive. I have fucked this up. I'm doing too good now.
Yeah, no. Well, technically they could be like incapacitated or something, but you did extra damage over strength. Yeah, no, these guys are dead. They're very
And-
squishy.
Well, all right. We have murder fight people.
Yep, more murderfying. Okay, so
So
that
yeah,
was
if you guys want to
Lucky's-
engage in solo actions, you can.
Let's see here.
Well, right. All I can think of right now is probably doing spellcast so I can get night vision.
That's fair.
Yeah. So that's going to be in my entire action and spellcasting.
I could rally, but let's see here. Draw their fire, spell casting. I don't have anything I can spell cast. I can magnetism everything. Woo!
By the way, I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to see what your solution would be, but also that was the thing you could have done with the lock is tried to magnetize it.
Yeah.
See if you could basically push it or pull it away from the trapdoor.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but spellcasting, I had that feeling that it has more ways to go wrong than right at that moment. I could rally.
You could also try and demoralize.
Yeah, that's like those are my two choices. I'm gonna go with demoralize.
All right.
Oh, wait, I need a good social skill for this. Did I even pick up? I haven't picked up like any like I am a scary motherfucker skill yet.
I mean, it can be any social skill.
I'll demoralize with command then.
All right, you're just gonna yell at them to give up, surrender.
I was like, in the name of our fatherland and blah 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 blah, I command you to surrender, and we will not take your lives. Something blah blah blah. All
right,
roll 90.
Hey, they rolled an 3, so.
Yeah, no, not happening.
No, they are not demoralized.
No. Well, I tried.
I got 11 out of 37 on my
Wait.
spellcasting.
You rolled doubles on a spellcasting roll?
Yes.
You always roll doubles on spellcasting roll. It's always you. You passed, right?
Yeah.
How many degrees
2
of success
degrees
that
of
is?
success. But I know that wasn't Lucky who got like 3
man.
of them back to back on sessions.
Yeah, man, I triggered like a lightning storm while we're on a moving train.
Oh,
I
yeah, that's
on
right.
the
Like a
train,
train, you
metal
fucked it up
train.
a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so magical mishap. We're randomly on a table, D%. Subtract 10 for each degree. So how many degrees of success was that again? 2?
So 2 degrees of success. Where's the table?
I'll roll it. It's under
Okay.
spellcasting, but I'll roll it and I'll subtract 20. Which is good because that's an 89. So that's a 69. Oh dear.
Are you gonna explode your clothes off again, Marth?
Yeah, he is. Greater backfire.
Because that's what happened the last game.
Great backfire. No, I think I just got like regular backfire last time.
Whatever happened, it made your clothes fall off.
But
The spell backfires with a particularly
with
large amount of force, completely destroying any armor/clothing with an armor value of 4 or less. Damages all carried or worn items by 1 step, so yes, everything you're carrying is now damaged 1 step. Which is a lot of shit. And unsecured items may be lost and blown away 1d10 meters.
Okay, so my flight uniform is.
Luckily,
Dead.
that's a default piece of equipment. You'll get that back later.
And then damaged equipment, that would be my longsword. Since I don't think I carried my repeating rifle.
So yeah, that's a fun one. Greater backfire.
Yes. Yep.
So next to you, as you shout out, probably why you fail, as you're busy yelling, Ulrich tries to cast something, and then there's a loud, there's a stuttering hum from his mobility unit, then a loud and
I'm pretty sure it made me jump and turn around like shit.
Yes, and he's just he is smoking, and the bits of his kit have just peeled off. He's not on fire or
Rick?
anything because it's not.
Where are
literal
your
fire.
clothes?
Do you still have? You still have a body armor, right?
Yeah,
Do
but
I?
just the chest piece is above armor value 4. Everything else is 2.
Do I actually have? I think all I have is let me double check.
I mean, you should have regular ass body armor. I think. I think you might get that as a grunt.
Yeah, you probably have body armor.
I'm going to check that
Grunt.
because
Oh no, actually, grunt doesn't even get any armor. They get a repeating rifle, rifle grenade, bayonet, and ammo pack.
Yep, you're
Yep.
just in battle dress. So you're
do I get a battle dress because I thought I got like a flight jacket because
Yeah,
it
no,
was
you got
an
a
air
flight
mage.
jacket.
yeah, you get a flight
Yeah, you
jacket
get a flight
instead of a battle dress, but that's
Yeah.
the default. Is the grunt normally just gets a battle dress.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you're basically your shit is all
Armorless.
destroyed and peeled off, and
Okay,
all your shit is
fine.
busted.
Yep, by one step. So my longsword's busted, my
Yeah,
I mean-
field guns are busted.
Well, if I remember correctly, only lightly damaged doesn't actually affect its performance. I think?
yes. No, it does. Small cosmetic damage and structural damage -5 to tests.
Oh, -5. Okay, that ain't like
Fixed
super
with
bad.
a full action mechanics test.
Okay,
So
I'm
basically,
going to
it's
carry
all
that,
light cosmetic damage. Like there's some soot and some oil has gotten over all your shit. Your hands are all greasy now. You've like scuffed the edge.
Yeah, this has completely ruined the moment. Damn it, Ulrich.
Just all
Rip.
like,
I was trying to be all stern and commanding. All of a sudden, this sounds like a fucking truck backfires and it made me jump.
okay,
All right.
so that's
So
gone. Now it's
come back.
time to list down damage. What else did I even bring?
all right, you figure that out. One of these guys are gonna go. All right, so Unit 3 is reasonably far away from you, but they are interested in shooting you
Oh,
for
no.
reasons. And so let's see. Where's my actions? I should probably put this as a bullet list. Ugh. All right. So let's see. Yeah, actually, you know what? They'll try and suppress your unit. And yes, they're going to fire guns. They're in cover, and also a lot of their friends are dead, so they're going to risk it. Suppress any movement. So basically, they're going to put you in the 90-degree cone of shooting. And they don't have to roll any action for this, they just suppress you. So anyone suppressed must make a morale test in order to act, and if they do so, they take a -20 on any action to take. So basically, yeah, they start leveling, suppressing fire at you. That's Unit 3. You appear to have fully distracted them, though, from the captain, who has not appeared yet. Unit 2 is going to go. They're the guys in the center. And they will aim because they have an awful offense score, and it's dark. Well, I mean, they don't have like a super awful, but it's about the same as yours, and they're still under a penalty. So they will aim for a +10, and they will attempt to make an attack action on your unit. Rolling offense for the range of whatever weapon. No, that's a 57 or like 30 something. No. So they try and fire for precision and don't hit anything. Because you are literally oiled up guys in the night with no lights. So there's lots of bullets coming at you. And you can see some muzzle flashes, but you can't see much else. And then with a big old, Achtung, the captain bursts out of her zone, her hatch. She should really not cast Lightning Bolt as much as she wants to.
She probably knows what this weather is all about.
Yeah. I mean, she actually, one of her, because I decided that she was originally flying unit, she has the Weather Eye ability. So yes, she knows about weather and stuff.
Cool.
She does, however, have a saber and a trench whistle. Yeah, fuck it. She'll order a melee charge.
Melee charges are effective.
Does she want to? Can she do anything more importantly against them? Yeah, she'll save any fun things for after. So let's go ahead and roll. What's your offense again? 33. You take a plus 10 total to this because of charge, but it's dark. 23, solid. Couple of DOS. So the damage on that is what? Is it 1d10 plus 5 total?
Yes.
Alright. I roll a d10. I roll a 7. Plus 5, so that's 12. What's their defense? Their toughness is 3, so they actually have 3. So, these guys have 1 strength left.
Actually, no, wait. It's 1d10 plus... Wait, how is it? No, because it's plus 2, because it's 1d10 plus strength modifier plus 2 for being affixed. And then what was the... Why do I feel like I added more damage?
Charge might say to add more damage.
Yeah, no, yeah, charge charge does add 2 damage to the
melee. Okay, so that would be 14 then.
Yeah.
So no, that's 11. They're dead.
Because that's what I was like, wait a minute, I remember I did 15 first, and I, like, rolled an 8. Like, why did I murderize them? That's what it was.
Nah, you stabbed them good. The captain similarly stabs. Flying bayonet charge, sweep, with the saber. Blah! So much for Unit 3, who had such a high initiative.
God damn. Literally rip these guys.
Alright, well, top of the round. Mr. Wolfgang, it's you. Remember, you're still suppressed. Or you... Actually, wait, no. The unit who suppressed you died, so you're not suppressed anymore.
Well... As a unit, let's see here. We will...
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Both their units... a run ended. 2 of their friendly units were demolished. Let's roll a morale test really quick.
Go for it.
Because they may decide they no longer have the will to fight.
I'm okay with this.
That's a 29 out of 30. Nope. They're going down with the ship.
God, heckin' damn it.
So again, stop blown away.
I really wish my demoralize I hit them. Damn it.
I mean, you can actually choose to demoralize first if you want to try it again. There's no particular order in which you execute like solo actions.
Yeah, Marth, do you have a solo action you want to do before we actually make these choices?
I need to go back and look at the things again.
Also, by the way, this is literally the first time we're playtesting this. So if you think there should be some kind of solo action that's not here, let me know, because rules.
Going back to the mass comic rules.
I am not the actual commander of this operation, so I don't feel like I could choose. Well, not with the captain on the field.
So
like any rights to duel would like go to her.
Right. So what's the current status?
We have just wrecked 2. We have just wrecked 2 units with like no damage to ourselves.
Yeah.
There is 1 standing at full health. Our unit and the captain's unit is like.
Yeah, these guys are about to get manwiched. They have been shooting at you, but they missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like really wanted them to surrender, but they're like, "Fuck no, we're not gonna surrender."
Okay.
Basically, by the way I think of it is. They didn't roll well, but they rolled enough to pass their morale. They're basically rationalizing. They're like, it's dark. We have no idea how many of them there are, but we'll just stick it out. Maybe there's not as many as we think.
Oh, yeah. How many meters away did my gear get blown?
It was only unsecured stuff, so I don't know if you actually had anything that wasn't, like, secured in a holster.
Like strapped down.
Right on.
Wouldn't that be like something in your hand or something?
Yeah, that's basically if you were carrying something or you had something else loose on your person.
So if you were carrying your sword, that's probably flying.
Yes.
Okay, that's 1d10 meters.
Yeah.
That's went 3 meters in a direction. Let me roll scatter. Scatter is a thing. Is that not its own notation? Yeah, no, it's not. But it's here.
Okay.
To the 10 o'clock. So, 10 o'clock from you.
Okay, so that's in the northwestern direction.
Gonna go recover your sword?
Yeah. Okay. That's probably a very good idea unless I want to just feel like, hell of a time.
We're gonna be over. This is gonna be over one way or another pretty quickly.
Right.
Let's
solo
see.
actions Great. So could I actually just choose a different weapon then for now?
You still have your halberd, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, you can. Oh, because here's the thing about mass combat: the structured time isn't as tight as
Just
regular skirmish
single-
combat. So yeah, you have plenty of
singular.
time to ready another weapon if you want.
okay. I'll ready another weapon. I think I'll do one-man army.
All right. Okay. So go ahead and roll that. He's basically going to
Okay.
engage the enemy on his own, which might
Yeah.
actually help because if you.
Yeah.
Oops. That was really loud.
Okay, so that's going
Chair.
great. So that is engage enemy all on your own.
Because remember,
Plus
if you
20
can
bonus.
deplete their strength below half without killing all of them, they have to make a morale check, or they immediately disband or surrender.
Before he does that, then I will demoralize them.
Okay.
I'll
Okay,
attempt
so
to anyway.
that's 30.
So,
Alright. So roll to
I'll make
demoralize.
this another command.
You have no chance to survive. Make you time.
I rolled a 38 out of 41.
All right.
Wait,
Well,
does my hang on 1 second here.
your bonus against lower ranked doesn't count for this. They're not in your chain of command.
Damn it.
So I have to make an opposed will or morale, right? Yeah. Nope, that's a 32 out of 30. So no, they fail. They take a
Nice.
minus 10 to all morale tests.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, Marth, go make them like not want to fight, please.
Yeah, because I know my WFM is 30, so the plus 20 from this is 50.
All right. Well, you take a minus 10 because it's dark, but still.
Oh, right. Don't I have night vision?
Oh, hey, no, you do. That's right. You have night vision up. You have take no penalty.
For-
All right.
Yeah, that's why you exploded.
Yeah.
That is why
I
you
exploded to get night vision. My
It's
eyes,
So one-man army.
my eyes just glowed too bright and they exploded.
I imagine it's more like a Super Saiyan power up. You know,
Yeah, basically.
It's like, I didn't have enough time to practice this spell.
So what's your minimum damage?
Minimum damage, let me check that. So my minimum, so I know my strength modifier is 3, and Halberd gives a +2, so minimum is, whatever the lowest roll would be for 2d10 plus 5.
All right, so 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do 7 damage, which ignores their DR. That does break them below half morale. You take 3 wounds, which ignore all forms of damage reduction as incidental damage.
Yep. Okay.
Because you are
Yay.
one man fighting 10 guys. So they
It's
need to
like,
make a
with
morale test at minus 10
two-handed
now.
weapon.
And they
I'm not
do
sure
not
why
pass.
Ulrich-
That is a 27 out of 20. The remaining, 3 guys who are able to fight just drop their rifles and are like, all right, we considered we sorted this time.
Okay.
it's like I'm not entirely sure why Ulrich just ran into the middle of their camp without instructions, but it was effective, so whatever.
It's like, I just, salute with my halberd.
I'm pretty sure he must. The explosion must have rattled his senses.
Uh-huh. As your exo is you're like, is that a sword in that building over there? I think it is.
I'm not gonna question it. Just not gonna question it. I just want to go home. It is oily. It is dark. There are dead people. Oh God, that's right. There are dead people.
Home's a long way off, sir.
No. My exo has necrophobia.
I mean, it's dark. You can't see anything.
Okay.
It's
If you're willing
it's
to
not
let
enough
it
to make
slide,
her a phobia
so-
roll. She can stand at the back. I got Ulrich's sword, sir. I'm way back here.
yes,
Nobody minds.
Okay. Get the sword.
And you got a corpsman. So some of the guys in the second unit can be not dead.
Yeah. We will try to save lives now.
Okay. Am I a petty and
So,
vengeful god? Yes, I am. Roll his medication.
What was that?
Roll his medication.
Oh, hey, there's actually a skill called triage.
That's usually for you, though, but yes.
Yeah. I know.
That would be if you guys had actually gotten shot, but you're fighting mostly vanilla enemies who roll in the low 30s. Oh my god, those guys are still in general chat.
They're still going. Did you say about for who to roll medication? The corpsman?
Yeah, the corpsman needs to roll medication
Marth, that's your character.
to see how Dr. Death he is.
So medication. Dr. Death.
Does he heal people?
Okay, let's see here. Right, his scene would be 30. I don't think he gets any bonuses. Oh.
Nope. Okay. He's able to save, a couple of them.
Cool.
And also stabilize a couple who were not immediately dead but would have died of their wounds later. So you've got maybe half a dozen of these guys left. By the way, if you're curious, there's about 30 scout rifles laying around, and also some pistols and some binoculars. If anybody wants free loot.
Aren't scout rifles kind of nice, if I remember correctly?
Scout rifles are the semi-auto rifles that have a fuck ton of range.
I don't know if I need a fuck ton of range. I mean, technically, my kit already has a commando rifle, a repeating rifle.
Hello?
Yeah,
There you are, Marth. What's up? Do you want a scout rifle?
Hold on, his ring's lighting up, but I don't hear him now. Is he dropping out of the call a little, maybe?
Maybe. Marth, you're saying something now, we can't hear you.
Oh, he says he can't hear anything, so I think he broke up a little there.
Heck!
Am I still coming through the usual amount of coming through?
Yeah, you sound fine to me. Actually,
right. You sound fine to me, so.
Yeah. You've only been missing a few syllables here and there. Sure, you know what? Why not? I will have a fucking weapons locker in my office.
Alright.
Why not?
You pick up a scout rifle.
Booyah. I already have field glasses.
Okay, so now my
there you go.
sound was working again.
Okay, there you go, Marth.
You fixed it.
Because before I could not hear a single blasted thing.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
So I rolled and all that.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yep.
He saved some guys.
Yep. If you want a scout rifle, there are fucking plenty.
I'm definitely taking a scouting rifle.
Yeah, they're
trophies, bitches.
All right. If you say nothing to the men, a couple of your guys will also take scout rifles if they see you taking scout rifles.
Wait. Do they use the same kind of ammo we do? I'm pretty sure they have some ammo stores here.
Oh, I mean they have ammo here, but actually let me double check to be sure. They're all the similar calibers in this day and age, but let me check an example.
Yeah.
So.
Because that was like before we got the fucking NATO rounds. Shit was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, no, that could be a big clusterfuck. So. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say probably not. Because at this point they're using the equivalent of the Lee Enfield, which is in 303, and you guys would be using they'd be using something that's semi-auto styled like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm still taking one. This is a trophy
now. Whereas you guys would be using 7mm Mauser equivalents.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we can you can do some procurement rolls for specific ammo, I guess. That's just something I have to keep track of.
Yeah, if it becomes a big deal, we can say it. But you can probably get enough for some spare reloads now.
Yeah.
Right.
And yes, you get scout rifles, which are semi-auto. They are not slow.
Booyah.
And they do still support a bayonet lug, I believe.
Yeah. All right, cool. So, well, let's meet up with the captain.
All right,
and
the captain is there.
The area.
She's wiping blood off her saber, puts it away.
All right, then I'll tell my platoon to secure the area.
Jawohl, mein Herr. And they secure things.
Mm-hmm. They check doors. They search. Looting begins.
Yeah.
It's like, I want reports. Wait, should we turn on the lights?
If you remember correctly, they did in fact have electric lights, so it should be safe.
Let's get on the lights and signal the pioneers to that it is all good.
Yeah.
You know, I'll make sure that this is good with the captain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. In fact, at this point, you're basically probably doing the Galaxy Quest thing. The captain yells an order. You immediately yell the same order. Because that's how chain of command works.
Mm-hmm. It's like, get those lights up, secure them.
Alright, so you turn some searchlights on so you can see. You don't light any of the... They have some big fucking bonfires when they need a lot of light, but you do not light those because that would be bad. There are a series of, not tents, they're basically like prefab buildings. They're probably wood and not like, corrugated steel or anything, but they're there. They have a couple of small tents as like outbuildings, but they've got, let's say there's probably like 3 or 4 hard buildings. One supplies, one is sleeping, one is mess, and one is officers, basically command building. And there are a couple of actual watchtowers, probably like 4 points of them, which are covered over with like thatch and stuff.
Get some men in those.
Yeah, that's where most of your searchlights are. So
yep,
you post a guy up in each of them.
The guys who surrender to this, I will allow them to take care of their dead.
Yeah.
Under watch.
They start under maybe a searchlight. They start pulling ID tags. At this point, now that there's giant search lamps on those bodies, your exo will have to roll her phobia test or leave. Basically, go inside.
She will go inside and start taking notes of inventory.
All right. So she's going to go to the supply building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, yes, this is important. In the command building, they do have an antenna for a wireless telegraph.
Oh,
so they have a radio.
Okay.
Player characters, what are you guys doing?
So I will continue to relay orders.
Okay.
Marth, you want to go, like I said, I've given orders to secure the area, so you can go, search for loot and shit. You want?
Yeah, I'll go loot.
Okay. Well, there's 4 buildings. Which one do you want to look in?
I'll search the nearest building.
Okay. So that was we'll say that's also that's the mess then. All right. Pretty standard building.
Food.
Long lengthwise table so they can all sit down. You go in the back before you need to roll anything. There's a little kitchenette area. There's a big camp stove set up. They've got a couple canisters of fuel in here. They probably don't even bother with an ice box because it's a desert, so they don't even try. But they have some pantries and some dry good chests, and basically, without needing to roll anything for inventory and requisition, it's just rows and rows of canned goods and other dry goods, crackers. If you want to try and find some good shit, though, you can roll investigation.
I will do that.
See if they got anything lying around.
As a member of the honor guard, I must stay by the captain while we're in the field.
That's fair. Though remember, she does have 15 whole guys posted around her.
Yeah, well, they're not fucking honor guard.
No, they are. They're the other half of your unit.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll make sure that they are always by the fucking captain. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm still gonna do that in scream orders.
All right, couple degrees of success. All right, so you're digging around. If you care to find any, well, first of all, let's fix one of your problems. There's a loose apron and some stuff in here. So if you want to cover yourself and ditch your shredded shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. So you can take off your tack harness and throw on an apron. So you're not basically in your underwear and a flying unit. Because that would be uncomfortable.
Right.
Honestly. So yeah, you see some cooking oil, you see some other stuff, and you're digging around here, and you happen to find stashed away in the back behind some cans of some beets and rutabagas and other vegetables that you're ugh. somebody has stashed away a little bit of a chocolate ration. You've probably got a couple bars of chocolate back there. And maybe like a box of like caramel wafers or something.
Sweet motherfucker.
Which are great if you need to, if you want to enjoy the comforts of home, but two, if you need to ever bribe anybody. Sweets.
Right. It's like, here, have some chocolate.
Also,
No,
yes, it goes without saying, there's a lot of fucking tea. There are several kettles.
Take all the...
There's a lot of tea. I think they'd have tea bags at this point. So yeah, it'll be cartons of tea bags. All right. So basically, everybody, snaps off they snap off an ID tag off the dead guys. Your units have policed up their favorite things. Are you just gonna hang out with the captain and look stern and imposing until your guys report back?
Yep.
All right. So might as well go ahead and roll for these guys to see if they notice anything in these rooms. Does your companion have awareness trained, Lucky?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll her awareness. Or her investigation if she has that one, but I'm guessing maybe she doesn't. Or investigation.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said or investigation.
Or investigation. No,
Yeah.
She doesn't. Wait, actually, let me double check. I know she has awareness, but... No, she does not have investigation.
Actually, no. I'll leave that one for last, because...
Roll them bones.
Okay.
15. She has a perception of 30, so that is 1 degree of success.
All right, and she was going to check out their supply hutch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. She finds a little bit more food, a little more dry goods, nothing special. Basically big crates of spare ammo. Actually, because these guys are using scout rifles, which are magazine fed, quite a lot of spare magazines, both empty and filled. They've got some hand grenades. They've got some spare uniforms and stuff. Also, it turns out, because she passed, that this is also where the mage unit kept their stuff. So there are spare Ethereum cores here. There's maintenance tools for flight units. And there are some spare flight jackets. If she would like to do Ulrich a solid, she can tear the country markers off it and get him a new jacket. Because that means that you don't have to order your own new jacket.
Well,
and
I think
file
she'll do this as a point of public decency at this moment.
Solid. Also, she's stingy, which means you don't have to file a requisition report to give Ulrich a new uniform.
Yep.
And you don't have to write an incident report.
Nope.
So yeah,
she was thinking about messing with your head for a bit with it, but she's like, nah.
All right, and like I said, there's spare Ethereum cores, probably enough for, basically each player character and companion to get a free one.
So we could have 2 spare cores? It's crazy.
Yeah. Because you get your core, you get a spare core, and now you have +1 core that's just floating around until you use it.
yeah, I can't turn that down. That's more spell casting. Now I'm gonna have Ethereum Core X2!
Let's see, did those mages have anything interesting else in their kit? I don't think so, because you got to strip one of all his gear.
Now, Ethereum Core C!
Yeah, no, basically there's some spare, like, armor vests in here, maybe. There's, like I said, the mobility unit tools. But other than that, there's not a lot. There's rifle and pistol ammo. Got some spare bayonets, some spare uniforms. There are rudimentary medical supplies, basically the equivalent of what your corpsman's already carrying on him, so he can top up.
Yeah, like, unless it's like anything unique or special, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna basically say,
yeah,
we got our scout rifle trophy.
Yeah. The unique and special thing in there was, 1, you could replace his uniform, and 2 was the cores.
Yeah. Everything else is getting logged and put into inventory for, the...
All right. The couple of guys who tossed the barracks room report nothing of interest.
Okay.
And so the captain will actually turn to you and say, Lieutenant, would you like to examine the command tent with me?
So it would be my pleasure.
All right. Command room. It's got a door, or something reasonably resembling one. Floors. So if you want to rifle this place, go ahead and roll me awareness or investigation.
Awareness, and I'm gonna spend some fucking luck.
Oh, and actually, the captain can roll because she has a character sheet. And she has awareness trained.
I'm gonna. Well, actually, no. I think I just. What happens if you roll +1 and spend luck? Nothing?
You spent luck for like a +20, right? That's what it
Yeah.
does?
So
So that's 2 extra degrees because it's maximum degrees.
Yeah. See. So I rolled +1. I have perception, so that's 5 degrees of success, I think.
What's your perception? 30 something, right?
Yeah, 32.
All right. So yeah, plus, and it's actually 6 because you're under coffee right now.
That's right.
So yeah, 6 degrees. You aware the fuck out of this place. All right, step 1. First thing, you check in a drawer. You find the brandy stash.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said you find the brandy stash.
Oh yeah. Write that down. Brandy.
Yeah, so you have a mostly full bottle of brandy. There is a radio set in this room. There's a space heater in here, which is actually, I think, on the standard item list. So there's like there's at least how much it's worth, if not how much it weighs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to steal a space heater, there are piles of books and reports, paperwork. There's a TAC map, just like you left in your command tent. There's a big blown up map of the area.
But does it have their unit information on it?
Yes, actually. It has their unit's positions and stuff on it. At least last they checked in. So the radio set will be off.
Okay. So, yeah, that's good. Now I finally marked down everything.
Good job.
Like I said, there are books and reports. There's probably a logbook. Because these guys are running a listening post, so it's just like every day of their observations.
I don't know if we'll find anything of a note in there, but we still gotta go through them all eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Wars are won on information.
Yeah.
And who has the most of it?
Let's see, there's a map, there's the radio, there's the logbooks. There's the brandy, obviously. There's probably like an officer, like for one of the mages, there's like an officer's diary, because they were obviously the mage unit was the most senior here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a personal effect that you might want to like give to your POW or like return to the country for goodwill or something.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, there's not a lot extra in here. There's basically a big table so they could have a meeting. There's another kettle so they could brew some tea. There's the brandy, like I said, if they needed it. There's some glasses and stuff. There's the radio.
That's the captain. That's the captain if she would like a drink.
A toast to victory, yes.
We'll toast and throw back a shot.
It's the good stuff. Let's see. Like I said, there's a map. There's lots of notes and stuff around the map. Somebody running the wireless telegraph is basically running transcription. You'd probably want your XO to take a look at that because she's the person with crypto and understands radios.
I'll go and call her over.
All right.
And have her
so she can, return the course to you and stuff. And yes. Go ahead and have her roll cryptography.
Does she get a bonus or anything for cryptography? She's just trained. Double check that.
No, I believe she's just trained.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, she fails with a 48.
All right. So she cannot instantly recognize their codes.
Mm-hmm.
But she understands the radio. It's turned off. She can turn it back on. She could send telegrams to wherever it is, but she does not necessarily know like what wavelength or anything they would be tuned into. You'd have to like read all their notes to do that. And also after you've captured the place, they'll probably cycle their codes and frequencies and stuff.
Yeah.
If they're not idiots.
Right.
But yeah, so you capture a whole shitload of intelligence about the radio protocol and their local unit positions.
Marth, I'm going to have you come in here and make a copy of the map.
Sure thing.
Actually, no, you just take the map. Let's just take the whole damn thing.
Sure. Also,
Okay,
Ulrich, are
let's
you
take
reporting
the
any
whole
of the stuff you found in the mess hall?
Of course.
All right.
I'll just do like found canned dry food, some chocolate rations, and caramel wafers.
Ulrich, I'm gonna need to commandeer that chocolate. No, I'm kidding.
Belay that.
I'm just like, well, I'm
Right.
not going to be eating this by myself anyhow. This is for whatever is currently
Also another thing that would be in here is
done
obviously there's a couple actually no, they're probably this is the like I said, the mages and officers. This place is a bit better appointed. Like the furniture is like real furniture somebody dragged out here somehow. As if by magic or something.
I would like to take this for my own kind of bare office, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it back.
There's probably not anything like super crazy in here, but like I said, there is a actually fuck it, let me look at the standard items list. Let me see if there's anything interesting objects that would be in this tent.
Is there a globe? I want a globe.
Yeah, there's probably a globe.
Yeah, it's mine now.
It's,
the captain already has the globe. I know. I saw it in her office.
Mm-hmm. It's
doesn't need
all
two
written in
globes.
English, but
Oh wait.
I mean you can read it, but still. Okay, where's standard items table?
Nah, I'm gonna treat my. It's gonna be like I'm gonna decorate my office. It's gonna be like my side project. I'm gonna have the swankiest fucking office. This is a goal now. Motherfucking globe.
Yeah, I'm just double checking if there's anything interesting in here. Yeah, there's probably some like trinkets, like the equivalent of raw ritual materials. If you guys had a ritual kit that you were using, you could replenish in here, but I don't think you are really. Like some bits of ivory or something, maybe a piece of obsidian in an interesting formation. Here's something that would be in here. Packed up, not open on the table, but there's a elemental chess set.
Oh.
And yeah, like there's other than that, it's just there's plenty of loose notebooks and papers in addition to the ones that are used, but that's about it.
Oh, that's the captain. She would be interested in the elemental chess set.
No, I have my own.
Well, I don't, so I'm gonna take that too, and I'm gonna set that up in my office so I may look like an intellectual.
I mean, you have tactics, so you know how to play elemental chess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there would be no icebox. There's no gramophone. There's a space heater. There's a globe. There's not a safe or anything. There's no bookcases.
I should get a bookcase.
Do they have any work? Not the officers. Okay. Yeah. No.
Would have one if my exo wasn't so stingy.
And obviously, like, I mean, those two guys. So there was nothing out of the ordinary in the sleeping tent. But if you wanted to like fish for specific stuff, there might be some stuff in there, but it would mostly be personal kit stuff. Like basically, shit you already got in your grooming kit.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. As I wasn't coming here expecting to find some like magical rare thing. I just wanted like a couple cool knickknacks, and I got those. I got a globe, some brandy, and elemental chest. I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. And you got actual intelligence.
Yeah, which is kind of the goal.
So basically, dawn breaks. The pioneers will roll up. The oil stops raining, so you guys can all freshen up. So basically, you actually no, you guys probably don't have a choice because the captain's going to go back to your once the pioneers have cleared the minefield up to this point. She's going to fly back to command because she's covered in oil.
Yeah, we're going to go with her.
So, yes, you don't actually have a choice.
Yeah.
Because she would offer to let you stay and secure the site, but she's going back, so you're going back with her.
No, we are the honor guard. We, unless we are given a direct mission away, we are with the captain.
Mm-hmm. So, yes, the captain will scooch on back and freshen up, so you guys can reset everything. And that's mission over.
Cool.
Yay!
What's your logistics again? Is it 6 something?
God, what was it?
I think it was like 60.
Did I write it? I thought I wrote it down.
63. That's right, because you rounded wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, so everybody gets
63.
6 MC again because your pay basically, in addition to anything you grabbed. If you guys want to look over the standard items table and be like, hey, would there have been a blah 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 there? Feel free to ask, and maybe there was one. Like, if you're like, oh shit, was there? I didn't think to ask about it, but would there be a flask there to put this brandy? And I'd be like, yeah, there'd be a flask there.
Well, this brandy is like, I'm totally taking the glasses and stuff too, because this is gonna get set up in my office somehow on my table, I guess, on my desk.
When you actually get back to go to your office, and like I said, there's a lot of misc or like personal grooming shit that maybe was in the living area that your grunts actually failed their skill roll to search.
Nah, I'm not worried. I'm not. Well, you know, I guess like you can give it a fucking toss, but let me see here. Is there any like personal things that I would really want? I filled up my personal grooming kit, and I'm unkept anyway. I'm like, so personal hygiene is not like the biggest fucking thing, but you know what? I'm curious. Oh wait, no, he was a mage. So actually, where would my the prisoner of war? Like, wouldn't he been sleeping in the barracks?
Yeah, there's only one barracks.
Yeah. So I'll definitely.
There's one formal barracks, and there's a couple of like out tents, which some guys were crashing in probably.
I would at least do him the solid of going and searching the barracks because I want to get him his personal effects. Because,
all right,
as I said, he is my prisoner, and I will treat him to the highest standard I can.
All right, yeah. So he's probably got a personal diary and like a notepad, you know, because you're mages, you keep notes. Like he's got his personal magic box kit, which is like, you know, chalk and stuff, his notebook, some pens, trinkets and bits and bobs for rituals, like we said, like some ritual materials and stuff.
I will gather his belongings. And I guess I'll do a personal search of the barracks just for anything else interesting, I suppose.
All right, go ahead and roll that searchy then.
I'm gonna spend luck again because otherwise. Shit, what is that? That is a. Yeah,
so what is Lucky searching for?
I'm not searching for anything in particular.
Yeah, he's just he's basically just pseudo investigating the barracks
because I wanted to get the stuff.
And where am I right now?
Wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess I would have rejoined him.
Yeah. So you could also roll investigate if you want.
And I'll just. Can I aid him?
Oh, yeah, you can just aid him. Take a +10, Lucky.
Oh. Okay, cool. So that bumps me up to 72. So that's 26, 72. That's 4 degrees of success.
All right. Okay. So you're looking around. You're looking for anything of note. Like I said, this is the barracks, so there's like, you know, traveling trunks basically where they kept their any of their personal shit if they have it. Though they're pretty light here because this was a scouting post.
We'll make sure to leave the effects of those who are still alive alone.
Yeah. No, you can do that.
Men.
Let's see.
So
would there be anything interesting here?
Actually, they're mages, so they're probably not going to be treated as they're not mages. They're probably not going to be treated as nicely. Actually, now I think about it.
No, they're just grunts. I mean, they'll be treated as politely as you can, but it's not like you're going to put a priority of their well-being over your own guys.
Yeah. Well, we'll still let them keep their some of their personal effects, like their personal grooming kits and stuff like that. We're not monsters here.
Yeah, I'm just double checking. There's probably like a bugle in here somewhere so they could, you know, call to attention. Spare materials, like, you know, you find some like spare fabric and like twine and stuff, utility shit. Like, you know, every soldier's bunk has a small pocket knife, basically. And I don't think there's really anything super interesting that they have. You might find some cards. If you want to pick up a couple cartons of cigarettes, those are definitely in here.
Yeah, you know, I'll take those.
All right. Yeah, so there's like a carton full of cigarettes.
Anyone...
There's probably some, you know, standard ass cards.
Yeah, I'll take a carton for myself, and I'm gonna give the other carton to my men.
All right.
So here, have some cigarettes, guys.
All right. They quickly take apart the packs.
I'm
trying to remember. I think British cigarettes are really good.
I believe it. I said I don't need like several cartons for myself. I'll just keep one for social.
And as you double check, one carton is 10 individual packs. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at it again. That's probably it. Like, obviously, there's all the furniture and stuff they have. There's the trunks, the cots, the bedding and stuff. Lots of spare materials to repair all their stuff. And everybody's got a knife. The mages probably have spare foci, but that doesn't really work for you because that's
Nope.
Yeah. The whole point of having a focus is you make the focus.
Right.
I mean, there's probably some food that is squirreled away here, like, one guy's got a pack of gum hid in his pillowcase, stuff like that. One guy's got a sleeve of crackers.
Again, not really concerned about it. I got my prisoner of war personal effects. Swipe some cigarettes. The captain's gonna fly back, so me and my unit, we're gonna join her. We're going back to command.
Hey.
Marth, is there anything else you want to do before we leave, though?
Let's see here.
Like anywhere else you want to search?
What other
wanna maybe-
ghosts have we not searched yet?
You
we
searched
searched them
everything
all.
between all your characters now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Like I said, there's some
don't
ancillary
think
tents,
there's
but
any.
those are just sleeping, or we need to get out of the sun as we sit and watch kind of stuff, so.
Yeah, so there's... My guy is just going to keep with your character.
Very well, then. We fly back to command.
Okay.
Everyone gets cleaned up.
Yeah. Well, you fly back to the forward post.
Forward post.
Yeah, you're not flying all the way back to command yet. You gotta await orders.
Yeah.
You've seized
fly
the
back to
command
forward
post. But
get-
there's like, you brought that out here to work out of, so there's like, you have an assigned barracks, there's a field shower, there's all your logistics are here, so your extra ammo, your spare uniforms and shit.
Take a field shower after the captain gets done.
Mhm.
And her exo, I suppose.
And yeah, that's basically it, I think.
Yep. Make sure to deliver the news unto our prisoner of war and deliver him his effects. I'll offer my condolences. Actually, I feel like we should give this guy a name now, just because I'm growing attached to him.
All right, I'll figure it out later. As I yawn into my microphone for like the 5th time tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know if my rules say what you do about fatigue if you're double fatigued. I think you just stay fatigued. So you still have to rest 2 hours. And by the time you're done showering, you're probably your all-nighter is basically your coffee's wearing off. You're feeling the all-nighter.
It's coming down, crashing. No.
Okay. Actually, honestly, this was pretty easy. I think I want to call this 250 XP. Now, let's go with 200, because that's an even number.
Okay.
We don't have to figure out what's up with your
Cool.
companions. So they get 100, you get 200.
So that's 200.
And so next time, we will figure out whatever the next offensive that Command wants you to make.
It's going
'Cause
to
all that
be
intelligence you got.
200.
What do I want to... There was something I said I was going to buy with... If I got... I can't remember what it was. Anyway, let's call it good. I need to crash. Omega's probably getting tired.
Yes, I'm very
I
sleepy.
don't know. Marth, you do you.
Okay. See ya.
All right, hey everybody, this has been the StudiOmega Players. I'm going to turn off the recording now at 2 hours and 20 minutes.
I'm out.